The freezer. Eric Anderson was only 19 years old when he found himself standing in the middle of a frozen landscape, far from anything familiar. Snow stretched endlessly in every direction, blanketing the ground in a thick, silent white. The sky above him was a dull, heavy gray, low and oppressive, seeming to match the mood of everyone around him. The wind cut through his uniform like a sharp knife, and even bundled in layers, the cold seeped deep into his bones. Every movement was a small struggle. His gloves did little to protect his fingers, which had become stiff and clumsy. Every breath came sharply, burning in his lungs, and the icy air made it almost painful to inhale. He tried to focus on the small things, moving one foot in front of the other, keeping his hands from freezing. But the cold seemed endless. In the distance, he could hear the low, echoing rumble of artillery. Not close enough to see, but loud enough to remind him that the war was never far away. Food was scarce, and warm meals were almost non-existent. Eric and the other soldiers spoke very little, conserving energy and movement, each man lost in his own thoughts and fears. Hours passed slowly, and as the day turned into night, the temperature dropped further. Darkness brought a deeper cold, one that made standing still impossible. Any pause meant frost creeping over fingers and toes, and he could feel the stiffness of his body growing with each moment. At one point, Eric attempted to rest, sitting briefly on a patch of snow, but the cold was merciless. He stood again, forcing himself to move, walking slowly back and forth to keep some warmth in his body. It was exhausting but necessary. Then, almost suddenly, he felt a small, strange warmth creeping into his fingers. It started as a faint tingle, a small reminder that his body was still alive. Gradually, that warmth spread, and for a fleeting moment, his mind drifted away from the frozen wasteland around him. He imagined himself back home in France, sitting near a fire, the scent of his family's cooking filling the air. The warmth of the room, the quiet laughter of his loved ones,